If this is the first time you're checking out the video, Want to Know Wednesday, we're dropping it every single Wednesday on YouTube, 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. I know about 66% of you that watch these videos are not yet subscribed. Only about 33% of you are. Thank you to the 33% that are. If you are not, please subscribe, like, turn on the little ring so you get notified when we drop videos. I was driving down the road today making some follow-up calls. Anyone that knows me knows that I can be a pest. I can be uncontrollable when it comes to the follow-up, and undeniable maybe is the better word. So I was following up probably for about the 10th time with someone that ended up buying an executive ticket, $3,999 ticket to my mastermind coming up in January. He's like, man, thank you for your persistence. Thank you for following up. You're so good at sales. And I'm like, so then at that moment, I gave him like a 3-minute, 5-minute spiel talking about, like, to me, it doesn't feel like I'm selling anything. Now it is sales, right? And I've gotten good at it. The thing is, early on, I picked a way to make money in college that would build that skill set. I was in direct sales, network marketing. I still am today. And then I was able to use that to make money, to save it, to then invest in deals. While I was doing that, I was also building my skill set of sales and being able to put myself out there, talk to people, and I really could care less what anyone says about me. And so I developed that skill, because when you go and knock on doors often enough and you get the door slammed in your face often enough, you realize, hey, I just caught the person I didn't take it personally. I just taught that person a bad mood, I'd tell myself, or whatever. I learned that follow-up is where the fortune was. And my mentors would say that all the time. I would read about, hey, fortune's in the follow-up, fortune's in the follow-up. And there's different statistics out there too. And I don't know which statistic is correct and which one is real, but they're saying most sales are made after the 12th contact with a contact. When I sat there and thought about it, I'm like, man, I'm missing out. When this is, again, early in my journey, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, like, man, I'm missing out on a lot of potential sales, because I'm reaching out to these people maybe 1 or 2 times over a year. I need to reach out to them like 10 times, 12 times, 30 times. I've reached out to people in the past 100 times in a matter of a year and a half, and on the 100th time, they've invested in one of our deals, right? So that's the persistence. I have the mentality of, once I get someone on my list, I'm going to convert them at some point in the future to be involved with what we're doing here. Whether they consume my free content, or they buy my $40 book, or they come to a $3,999 executive ticket level event, or a $7,499 VIP level event with me, or they invest $8 million with me. Once I get introduced with someone, I'm not letting go. I'm going to continue to give value. I'm going to continue to follow up. As I'm making this sale on for an executive ticket for the mastermind coming up, he's like, man, you're so good at sales. And I'm like, I'm just passionate about what I do. I don't look at it as sales. It is sales. I don't truly just look at it as sales, or I don't sit there and say, oh man, I got to go make sales calls today. To me, it's just a follow-up, and I believe in what I'm doing so much, and I believe that he is truly going to get so much more value. I said, I just don't even view it as pestering you. I don't view it as bothering you. I don't view it as sales. I don't view it as spam. I don't view it that way. And so you need to get that negative connotation of sales out of your mindset, out of your head. You need to believe in the product that you're offering people. It is impossible to move something that you don't believe in. Period. I'm a firm believer of that. Can you get lucky? Yeah, but are you going to see success over and over and over again that's going to get you to where you want to be? Probably not. So you got to find something you are passionate about. I have no problem continuing to call people 10 times in a matter of 7 days if they show interest in one of my products. If they show interest, they give me their email, they give me their phone number. I've got zero problem calling them 12 times in 10 days, leaving a voicemail 100 times. I got zero problem doing that. I believe in the product that much. I believe in the product. This is what I told him. I said, you're going to pay me $3,999. What you don't realize is that you're actually going to walk away with more than $30 million of value. How do I know? Because I'm going to share everything that I've done at this mastermind with him, and it's going to be packaged. He's not going to have to go look for it anywhere. You're going to see significant value out of this. So I have no problem pestering you and calling you to get you involved in something that's going to give you way more value than you're giving me. Then second off, he's like, man, you must be really, it must fulfill you when you sell stuff. And I said, not really, because is it exciting in the moment? Yes. Is it exciting because it's the direction I want to go? Yes. But I said, it's not just the sale. It's not just the money that fulfills me. And this is where I also said, hey, part of your learning with this mastermind actually starts right now on this quick, it was a 5-minute call that I did with him. I said, number one, what I just kind of shared with you in the video, I shared that with him and much more concise. But then beyond this actual sale and the transaction, it's an adrenaline rush. I love what I do. I believe in the product, right? But if all I had was the money from a transaction, and I just kept doing that again and again, and all I had was money, I wouldn't be that fulfilled. What makes me more fulfilled is that we're doing a transaction where I'm gonna give him the value in what I know. He's gonna give me the $3,999, but by me giving him the value of what I know and being able to help him and give him a package, something that he can build off of and build himself and grow himself and then go out and have success, that ultimately fulfills me more than the $3,999 that he paid me. If someone just paid me $3,999 and they leave the mastermind pissed off, they hate it, they feel like they learned nothing, I would probably feel bad enough to the point where I'd be like, here's your money back, because I never would want to just take money and not be able to perform for that person and give him basically 10x, 100x, 1,000x, 10,000x back in exchange in value, right? So it's the exchange that I feed off of. Then on top of that, it's also not just my other things in life that make me happy, they gotta be there too. Because if I'm just transacting all day, that's great, but then I go home and family life sucks, or I go home and I don't get my workouts and I start to feel like crap. Like, I need to have it all, and you need to have it all. So you need to figure out what you truly want in life. Then you have to make a game plan to go get it. And then when you do all of that, you're gonna be way more fulfilled, right? And you're gonna be way more successful as well, because it's not just gonna be a sales mindset for you. To me, it's such a, my mindset is so much more advanced than that. So to kind of wrap this whole thing up, and what I mean with all this is he sat there and he basically just kind of, man, you're good at sales, you're trying to make more money with this, huh? And what he mean with this is like the masterminds, the events, and all that stuff. And I'm like, well, I've made $250,000 to $500,000 a year the last couple of years doing some of these things. And I said, yeah, I'd love to 10x it. But I know that if I 10x it, I know that I'm gonna reach about 6,000 people in that year or when I do 10x it in that year. If I reach 6,000 people, that's helping a lot of people. And because I'm not just motivated just off of the sale and actually the transaction of actually being able to help people do what I'm doing and get them started, right, so that they can take these skills and take this package and go build something, it makes me a lot more excited to pick up the phone and just follow up. And so if you can go out and you can identify everything that you want in life, and then if you can go out and start pushing forward in all of those areas, the things that feel very uncomfortable to you, for example, selling things, your mindset and your feeling and your heart behind that is automatically gonna change, because you know why you are doing it and you believe in your product.